One of the big issues in today's modern world is people speak without thinking. There's not enough thinking before the words come out, and there's a number of reasons for this. One being the fast-paced modern world we live in, we can't keep up with ourselves or with anything. There's always something moving, technology, especially AI and all that. Everything's just moving so fast, and social media is a big part of that, and that has effects. And one of the effects, the negative effects, is it doesn't allow people time to reflect properly and realistically. They don't take the time to think about what's going on, what's going down. They just get involved and react to whatever's happening. So it's bells and whistles, shiny sparkles and glitter, bold, impactful, in your face shit coming at you left and right full time. To keep up with it all, you basically just catching this, catching that, moving on to this, moving on to that, dealing with the impact of what strikes you. It's like advertising is spilled over into social media. Social media has spilled over into realistic living as a human being. We have become memes. Anyway, one of the negative effects, this is what I want to talk about, social impact effects of all of these things. So people are not thinking. There's not enough mindfulness. Mindfulness is a type of meditation, but it's a very basic one. It's a good one to start. If you want to do meditation, mindfulness is the way to go. From there, you can move on to the different types of meditation after that. But start with mindfulness, because mindfulness is basically just thinking about what you're going to say instead of just saying it. It's taking time out to just reflect and sit with yourself and contemplate the realistic terms that you find yourself within. It just means taking time out and sitting alone in peace and quiet and reflection. And that's what people need to do. We are not doing enough of that. So another spill-on side effect of that is narcissism. Now, the word narcissist gets thrown around like a hot potato. It's overused, overemployed. Basically, it's not true. People are quick to label others narcissists. The truth will be that they're not actually narcissists, but they have narcissistic traits. We all do. The meaning of narcissist is somebody who has an over-the-top sense of their own importance. They think they're more important than they actually are. They consider themselves and their activities and whatever they're doing more important than anybody else's. That's what narcissism is. And lack of empathy for others. There's no concern for what other people are doing or up to, that they're just less important and they don't matter. And so there's a scope, right? Like everything, there's people who have definitely got narcissistic disorder, narcissistic personality disorder. So that's the term for somebody who's got that. And that's a mental illness. It's actually a mental illness. But people have traits of narcissism. So everybody thinks they're bloody important sometimes, right? You got to promote yourself sometimes just to get above the noise so people notice, especially in today's world. It's so competitive. The whole scene is narcissistic in itself. It's a narcissistic society in many ways. Well, it's got narcissistic traits. The society itself has narcissistic traits. Everybody's trying to be more important than everybody else. Advertising is a big part of it. The marketing is like, look at Team. The way they market themselves is so aggressive. I call that guerrilla marketing. But it's so in your face, striking, and it tries to manipulate. It's devious. It tries to make you feel like you're winning. You're a winner. You're a winner to shop at Team. The more you shop, the more prizes, discounts, and stuff you get. You become a valued customer. Congratulations, you're fucking awesome, mate. You bought more shit. The reason I talk about that is because it's a good example of how society operates. That kind of aggressive, in-your-face advertising is kind of spilled over into the social scene itself. And people behave like that. It's like everybody's kind of mini marketers. You've got to be a marketer just to fucking survive in today's world. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out. Another way to look at and somebody who's got narcissistic traits on the spectrum is that they are a taker. So there's givers and takers. And a taker is a narcissist. They're trying to take, always trying to get something. They don't give. So they don't care about anybody else. They just want me, 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 me. me. So they're a taker. And on the opposite side, you've got the givers, and then another word for that would be empath. And that's on a spectrum as well. So the people who are right at the top of that are ultra selfless. And what's the word? Altruistic, is that the word? That word. But they're very giving, beautiful people. But the trouble with them is they get taken advantage of very easily because they're trusting and open and caring and will give their shirt on their back to help somebody in need. But all the fucking seedy, narcissistic weasels will pretend they haven't got a shirt just to get the fucking shirt from the empath. They'll rip the empath off. So what you need is people looking after those people because they're freaking gold souls. They need bodyguards. For me, myself, on the spectrum, I'm in the middle, just like probably most people. Most of us are somewhere in the middle between an empath and a narcissist, or a giver and a taker. So narcissistic personality disorder is when somebody has an unreasonably high sense of their own importance. They need and seek too much attention and want people to admire them. Narcissists don't give a shit about anybody else but themselves. They lack the ability to care about others' feelings. They lack the ability. It's a fucking mental disorder. It's a mental illness. It's like telling a narcissist they've got a mental illness. They'll laugh in your face and tell you to fuck off. Because that's what narcissists are. They're not going to think they've got something wrong. They've got nothing wrong with them. Oh, no. Not I. Not I, the great one. That's how they look at themselves. Conceited pigs is what they are. Most things are on a spectrum. They're very rarely at one end or the other. Most of the time, things are grey. They're a shade of grey. They're either a light shade of grey or a darker shade of grey. But they're very rarely are they black or white. I mean, you do get that, of course, but it's rare as fucking hen's teeth. In truth, most things are on a spectrum. Looky what I got.